Hey, welcome back to No Recipe Required. I'm Dave. Today I want to show you how to make a quick and easy guacamole. Got some fresh avocados. Let's get to it. I've got an avocado here. I'm going to go ahead and show you how I make my basic guacamole. Most people love guacamole. A few people out there hate it. I never ate avocados very much until I moved out to California. They're kind of all over the place out here. First thing we're going to do is remove the seed. So to cut an avocado or to remove the seed, I like to go around. There's essentially a big gigantic seed right in the middle of this, and if you put your knife in the long way, that knife is eventually going to hit the seed and it'll stop. I can't go through there. I'll go ahead and just kind of rotate that avocado around, keeping the knife's edge right on the seed until I get all the way around 360 degrees. Now when you buy an avocado, you're looking for a nice soft texture, nothing too hard. That's really an underripe avocado. If that's all they have, it's really best to buy some, keep them aside maybe in a brown paper bag for a couple days until they ripen up. Once you've got that circular cut all the way around, you essentially kind of just twist it apart like that with the seed as your pivot point, and you get two nice halves. The seed will always stay in one half like this. Now, these seeds are pretty slippery and tough to get out. Well, they're not tough to get out. They'd be tough to pull out with your fingers. You can remove the seed one of two ways. One, if I'm just cradling this avocado in one hand, if I just simply squeeze, I should be able to get it to start pulling out, and it comes out just like that. Otherwise, if you want to impress your friends and look kind of cool, once you get it open, you can use that same knife, give the seed a little whack like that. You'll get a little 1/4 inch in. Give it a twist, seed pops right out, and then you can take that seed off the knife. Be careful when you're removing it, not to cut yourself, obviously. Take that guy off. So now we've seeded the avocado. You can do a couple things to get the pulp out. You can either take a spoon and literally just go right around the edge using the skin as a guide, and this will essentially get the entire bit of pulp out as a whole. And you can go ahead and put it. You can put it in your dish for avocado or for guacamole like this. You could also slice it up, put it on a sandwich. Another way to get the pulp out, which is pretty interesting, especially if you want to dice it and don't want to make a mess. If you've got, I like to use a smaller knife for this, but essentially you're going to make a checkerboard. Again, using the skin. Skin's pretty tough to get through. You're going to use the skin as a guide and make some vertical lines, probably a 1/4 inch thick, and you're going with the point of the knife all the way down to the skin. So I'm cutting all the way through that meat. Let me get all the way through this guy. Then you twist it 90 degrees and make some more lines perpendicular. And then what you're going to end up with is some nice diced avocado, which you can again use the same spoon technique and pull out, but then you've kind of already got them broken up into fairly nice dice. Now obviously avocados are soft, so you're not going to get the nice uniform edges consistently, and you have to pull them apart a little bit, but you can see you've got kind of that dice there. So we're going to go ahead and make our guacamole. I've got a full avocado here. I've actually got a spoon. I kind of like using a fork for this, and you know, you got to kind of judge for yourself how smooth you want your guacamole. Do you want it kind of chunky, or you want it smooth? I like to go pretty smooth, although I'm not afraid of the occasional chunk in there. And I like to give it just a little bit of a crush first before I get anything else started. And then I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of salt A little bit of pepper. I use some diced shallot. You can also use red onion. For an avocado like this, you probably only need a tablespoon maybe of onion. I'm gonna put in diced tomato. I've got a half aroma tomato here. Again, you know, if you really like tomato, you can add the whole tomato. If you don't like tomato, leave it out altogether. Be perfectly fine. I've got some cilantro here. I'm gonna put in about a tablespoon. And then what gives guacamole that great little bite is some lime juice. So I'm going to give it squeeze of maybe, this lime does not have a lot of juice in it. This is probably the juice of really a third of a lime or so. It didn't give up a whole lot. And then we're just going to go ahead and make this nice and smooth and creamy. Now some people add spices. I've seen people put sour cream or other ingredients in here, all perfectly legit. It's really a matter of personal preference. Once you get kind of the basic ingredients down, you can modify it however you want. We'll go ahead and give this a little taste test. That's really good. I think you could use maybe just a little bit more lemon juice, so it gets that bite to it, and we're good to go. I will see you next time on No Recipe Required. Enjoy your guacamole.